Are you tired of recreating the same tasks and workflows over and over again? Want to save time and boost productivity with just a few clicks? If so, you're in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to create your own ClickUp templates in minutes. It's easier than you think. Welcome back to our channel where we help you streamline your processes and maximize your productivity. If you are new around here, hey there, my name's Christy. I'm the CEO and founder of DeSilva Life and a verified ClickUp consultant. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on our latest tips and tutorials. In today's video, we're diving into one of ClickUp's most powerful features, templates. I'll guide you step by step on how to create custom templates that will not only save you time, but also ensure consistency across all of your projects. From setting up task lists and project templates to customizing them for your specific needs, we've got you covered. Whether you're managing a team or working solo, these templates will revolutionize your workflow. Ready to streamline your processes and save valuable time? Let's dive in. So before we dive into all the amazing details of ClickUp templates, I want to quickly touch on the benefits of using them. So you've heard the term, why recreate the wheel, right? And if you're not utilizing templates, even if you feel like you know a process like the back of your hand, it is going to have so many benefits of actually utilizing templates, not only in ClickUp, but in your business as a whole. So the first thing it's going to do is seriously save you time. Not only you, but your team as well, because you're not going to have that mental energy of thinking what's next. You're just going to have that simple checklist in front of you. Look at this client onboarding task template as an example. When you're onboarding a client, you're worried about missing a detail. If you just have a simple checklist of here are all the things that I have to do, you're going to do it, get it done, and check it off in your brain. The other thing that it's going to do is ensure consistency. So not only saving you time, but making sure that a process is done exactly the same time over time. Now we're going to get into updating templates because of course your processes change as time goes on, as your company grows, but that consistency is what you want to look for. Especially when it comes to client experience, you want to make sure every client is experiencing the same level of high-touch client experience. And lastly, as we've kind of touched on, it's going to reduce so many errors. You and your team are going to have this checklist, so you make sure that you don't miss a beat. Now, something else that we get when clients or our students are worried about creating templates because every single project is different, whether it's a client project or an internal project. I get it. Same with us. There are certain projects like our Honeybook builds, for example, that are very much rinse and repeat. The process is the same, but of course their business is different, where our ClickUp builds can vary greatly. But the thing is, you can absolutely have a base to start with and then move on from there. Look at this internal project management template as an example. For project prep, you're going to have the project prep you have to do, have a kickoff call with the team, create the project milestones, etc., right? Planning, you're going to break down all project tasks into actionable steps, etc. Now, the actual execution is where it may be different, right? But the project prep, planning and resourcing, project wrap up, all of that stuff will remain consistent. So you'll be able to have this standard timeline of items that have to get done in order to prep for this project and take it through to completion. Now, this is actually our project management template that we give for free. So I will go ahead and link it in the description below if you would like to snag this template for yourself. So now that we've talked about some of the benefits of templates, let's talk about what you can template in ClickUp, which is a lot. So you can template lists, right? So this internal project management template, you can template this whole thing. We're going to get through remapping due dates as well. So this is amazing because if you have a project, right, say you have one project manager that's always going to be responsible for the project prep, the resourcing, etc., you can have those key assignees already assigned to those tasks with start and due dates, time estimates, priorities, so that when you input this template and you remap the due dates, the resourcing is done in a snap. So again, we'll get to that when I go through how to actually apply these templates, but you can create a template for a list, an entire folder, an entire space. You can also create templates for individual tasks. You can also create templates for individual views. So say you want this view to be consistent across all your projects, and you want to quickly add this view to all the different projects. You can actually template this and then apply it. Again, I'll show you how to do that. You can template docs. You can template checklists, which are under action items in tasks. And lastly, you can also template whiteboards. Okay, so now let's actually go through the process of creating and applying templates. So once you have mapped out your entire process into a list template, for example, then all you have to do is click on the three dots, click on templates, save as template. You can call this whatever you want it to be. I'm going to call this project management template. You can also add a description and add tags. I like to add tags, and I will usually have this as active or in progress if I'm currently working on it. We also have some other tags. You can see like this is internal, this is in our shop or our template vault, but you can have these tagged for the different category or department. But I would definitely say tagging it with the tag active so you know obviously what is active. You can decide to share this with all members in your workspace, only you, select people, everyone, including guests or admin only. And then you can also publicly share this. Now, this is how we share this with our clients in our shop, in our template vault. But if you're not going to be sharing these outside of your ClickUp, then you can keep that toggled off. Then you can decide, do you want to import everything exactly as it is, or do you only want to import specific things? Maybe you don't want to bring in the assignees, maybe you don't want to bring in time estimates or whatever that may be. You can decide import everything or customize import. I typically import everything. And then you're going to go ahead and click on Save Template. So you'll see this has all the different views at the top. It has specific assignees, start and due dates, time estimates, etc. So it's going to tell you when your template has been created. Now let's go through a couple other ways to template tasks and things like that, and then we'll go through actually applying them. So I'll do a task template as an example, and then I'll go through a view template. So same thing here, you can just right click on the task, or you can click inside and click the three dots. You're going to click on templates, save as template, and then YouTube task template. You can decide, do you want to add a description, tags, public sharing, and then I'm going to go ahead and click save. And then same concept with docs. You can go ahead and right click, click on templates, save, project, timeline, doc, and then save. So that is actually going to be the doc view. So I actually didn't even show you. Let's go ahead and do this one as well. So save, this will be, I'm just going to name it list. Actually, I'll name it list view so you see. Let's do PM list view and save template. Okay, so there you saw an example of how easy it is to save the templates. Now let's go ahead and apply some of them. So if we want to go ahead and apply the project management template. So for example, this is for a new initiative that we're working on in our company or a client project, and we want to add this template. Then you can go ahead and click on add. If you want to put this in a folder, or if you just want to add it in a space, you can do that as well. You're going to click on add from template. I'm then going to find the project management template. How do I know which one it is because it's going to tell me the date that it was created, which today is July 20th. So this I know is the one that I was working on. Another great way to know is by adding photos as well. So I love actually adding photos. Here you'll see these are photos that we added because these are our free templates, but these are more like internal ones where you can see we just took a screenshot. Let me actually show you that. I just do Command Shift 4 screenshot, and now if I go back to the template center, then you're going to see this one here. I can now just drag this from my desktop, and then it's going to insert the image. Okay, so this is glitching out for a second, but that is how you would upload this. So now let's go ahead and actually use this template. So I'm gonna click on use. You would now call this whatever you want. So let's call this course launch project. Then you can decide, do you want to import everything, or again, do you want to customize the things that are coming in? Maybe this time it's a whole different set of assignees, so you could like unclick assignees. But if you want to import everything as is, then here is the next key thing, is remapping the dates. So here you can decide, do I want to do from the start date of when we want to start working on this project? Do I want to work backwards from the end date? So like, what is the launch goal of this? And then it'll remap everything else. Let's try start date. And let's say we want to start working on this project September 1st. Then it will automatically fill in the end date, which is calculated. So it takes about 2 months to do this project. You can click on skip weekends. You can have all tasks import as open. So that way, you know, if there were anything that was closed, then it would default them to open. And then do you want to include archived tasks, yes or no? So now I'm going to click on use template, and let's watch this work its magic. So it's going to be loading down here until it is completed. And now you're going to see that this has uploaded the course launch checklist with all of the things that have to happen to do this project. Now, that was just an example. This isn't actually the things that we need to do to launch a new course, but you get the idea. So now you'll see, you know, we're going to start working on this on September 2nd. And then it's going to go all the way until October 31st. And we have everyone that has to do what they have to do with time estimates by categories, etc. So you could see the power that, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, setting these up and templatizing things takes brain power and work in the beginning, but then once you have them set up, it's going to make your life so much easier. So now let's talk through the other types of templates and how to apply them. So we templated the list view. So if I go and click on list, you're going to see how this defaults automatically, right? It's always just going to have the assignee, due date, and priority, where I created this one to be grouped by the custom field. It has the start date and due date, comment, status, etc. So when you create this view, now you can go through and right click on templates, browse. And then we have this PM list view template. So I'm going to click on this and click use and watch it do its magic. So this is a great way, especially if you are not new to ClickUp and you've been using things, just kind of throwing things together, and now you're going through the process of kind of like decluttering. If you want most of your lists to be the same structure, but you don't want to have to rebuild them from scratch, using these view templates is a great way to do that. Now, here's the thing. When you name a view template, whenever you apply it, that view is now automatically going to be named that thing. So PM list view is what I name the template. So if you just want it to say list, then you can just rename this, or you can name the original template, whatever you want it to be. Okay, so you saw how I applied that. Then if I want docs, so if I add a doc view, so that's the thing there, you do have to add the view first and then right click on it, templates, browse, and then you'll be able to see that. So I think this was project documentation. Nope, not that one. Project execution. Nope, not that one. Project timeline doc. There we are. So I'm going to click on use template, and now it's going to upload that here. You can also be in documents and apply templates from the document itself, right? So that was adding it for the view, but you can also add it like in the Docs hub itself, or if you have a doc attached to a task. This is just going to save as that template for the document. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Now let's move on lastly to tasks. So here you'll see these task templates here. We added the YouTube task template as an example. So say we're going through this is a great use case example. And for our YouTube workflow, we actually set up the new task quarterly. So we create our quarterly plan of the videos that we want to create in the quarter. We then go through and add all the numbers of the videos and the titles, and then we'll go through and apply these templates and remap all the due dates accordingly. So you'll see some task templates will not have due dates on them, while some do have those subtask due dates. So say this was video 101, how to use ClickUp templates. Then you can go ahead and right click on templates, and then find that YouTube workflow template. Now, because this task template does have subtask due dates, you can then remap the dates on this as well. But unlike the list, the only option is remapping it from the due date. They don't have the start date option. So I'm gonna go ahead and click due date, and let's say this we want to be completely scheduled by October 3rd. Then I can click use template, and you will see this remap. So now you're going to see all of the due dates update in our actual template. We also have all of the assignees as well. So you could see how amazing the power of just this one task template is in our business. It's not only going to map all the due dates and every single thing that it takes to bring a YouTube video from idea to filming to editing to publishing, but it's also going to add all of this to the team members' calendars as well. So I hope you have a better idea now of how to create and apply ClickUp templates. Now let's go through actually applying templates through automations. So I'll give you a good example here. Let me go ahead and delete this one in the email marketing flow. Now, there are some nuances here, right? You might think, oh, can we do this in the YouTube workflow? Well, currently, you cannot remap due dates with automations. So when you're applying templates through automations, task templates specifically, you want to make sure that there aren't due dates on those individual subtasks, or everything is going to show up overdue. So if we use email marketing as an example, you'll see an automation in here that when a task is created, it's going to apply the template email newsletter task template. So I'll go ahead and you'll see in here, this will be in to create. We just have some banners and some text in the description. I think in blog, let me see if we actually have action items subtasks here. Okay, so let me show you an example here. I'm actually going to create, let's say we want to draft or approve email copy, and then draft email, approve, and schedule email. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this as a template. I'm going to call this new email task template so you can see exactly what I'm doing here, and then save. Then after I go ahead and save that, I'm going to go into automations. I'm going to turn this one off for this tutorial. I'm going to say, okay, when a new task is created, then apply a template. I am then going to do the new email task template, use. And now the other thing that you want to be careful about as well is if you saved that template in a particular status. So let me go ahead and create this, then I'll show you what I mean. If I save this in to create, but then I create this task in the in progress, it's going to move to the default status, right? So I created this automation. Let's watch this go through. So let's say this was how to create ClickUp templates. Enter. Now let's watch this apply through the automation, and now that's done. You'll see that it added the subtasks, it added the description, etc. So now if I do this in the in progress, you're going to watch as it applies the templates, it's going to boost back up to the to create status. So now you can see this here. So say you always want it to default to a specific status, even if that template is created in another one, then what you can do is you could say, okay, when the task is created, apply a template and then change the status to in progress, right? So now if I go ahead and do this again, we'll do test 2, you'll see that it'll apply the template and then it will move to the status that you desire it to be in. Now, like I mentioned, if these do have subtasks due dates in them, it will just update as what that subtask due date is in the template itself, which is most likely going to be overdue. So if you do have things like YouTube, you will want to apply those templates manually so you can remap those due dates. This is currently how this is. If they have this functionality in the future, which would be amazing, then this video, you may be watching it when that's already out, but currently as I'm recording this, you do have to update it manually in order to remap the due dates on a task. So now that we've gone through how to create and apply templates both manually and through automations, I want to wrap up this video just by going through some best practices when it comes to keeping your templates up to date. So I will admit the way to update templates is a little bit clunky, especially if it comes to like a list template that you're actively working in. Your systems and processes are always evolving over time, so you want to make sure that you're updating those processes and you're not getting stuck in the old way of doing things. So what we actually recommend is having an entire space called resources and trainings, not only where you're keeping all of like your SOPs and team trainings, but also your templates. So here you can see I have a folder called templates. You can have the specific templates that are like list templates in here. And then you can even have like a task template list. Now note, these statuses are not going to exactly match where those task templates live throughout your workspace. But what you can do is say we wanted to create an edit for our client onboarding task template. You can then go through, make that edit, and then you would click on right click, templates, update existing template, and then you would update that template. Same thing with these list templates. If you made a change to them, you would right click on the 3 dots and then do templates, update existing template, and then update that template. If you do not want these things living with like due dates and things like that, where it may be showing on your actual team calendars, you could always add filters that are filtering out the specific things like in the templates, but I totally understand if these are things that have like assignees and due dates, not wanting them living in ClickUp, then you can always either archive them and then unarchive to work on them, or you can always add the template from the template center to the folder, update the template, and then actually click on the 3 dots templates and update templates. So there are a couple different ways that you can do this, but you'll want to make sure that you have a process for keeping these templates up to date as you are continuing to evolve your processes and workflows. And say you have a process that you are no longer using in your company, either you can go to the template center, browse, and then change that tag to be inactive, or you can go through and actually delete that template altogether. And then lastly, if you do want to share this with someone outside of your ClickUp, you can click on share, make sure that public sharing is on, copy that link, and then once they go ahead and paste that, they'll be able to choose what workspace they want to add it to, what the name would be, what space or folder, and then if they want to save a copy of that template to their workspace as well. You will see this exact process live if you do download our free project management template that is listed here. So again, we'll link that in the description below. And that is it for all things ClickUp templates, how to create them, apply them, update them, all the things. And there you have it. Everything you need to create your own ClickUp template in minutes. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful and that you're now ready to streamline your processes and maximize your productivity. Before you go, don't forget to check out our Scale with ClickUp on-demand webinar. It's packed with advanced strategies and insights to help you get the most out of ClickUp and take your productivity to the next level. Click the link in the description below to watch it now and start scaling with ClickUp today. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone you know that's also trying to maximize their productivity with ClickUp. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on all of our productivity and ClickUp tips and tutorials. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.